Hi everyone, and welcome to Creative Chelsea. If you like this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up or commenting below. If you want to see more of my videos, press the subscribe button and click on the bell for notifications. If you need any Stampin' products to make this card, you can visit my online store and the link is in the description box below. When you purchase Stampin' products through me, you can earn free products. Check out my current customer appreciation products on my blog, and the link is listed below in the description. Today, I'd like to share with you this really quick and simple card using some of the celebration items from August through September of 2021. So with every qualifying order, and the different levels are $50 and $100, you can pick one of the products from the celebration catalog. Now, the celebration products that I'm using here is this designer series paper. This is called Peaceful Prints, and it's a 12 by 12 paper, and they are Christmas themed, but you can use them for a variety of projects. It coordinates really nicely with some products from the larger holiday mini catalog called Peaceful Deer Bundle. And so I'm going to be using some of those products today as well. And then the other celebration item I'm using is this Dazzling Specialty Paper. And you can see it here as this strip. It's just a really fun accent paper that you can get for free. And again, that's a $50 order will get you this product for free. So if you wanted both of those products, you would need to spend $100, and then you can select both of those. Another fun thing I'm going to share with you today is how you can create and punch a reversed image using this deer builder punch. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and begin with some stamping. So we do have one of these pine trees from the Peaceful Deer stamp set. This does bundle with the Deer Builder Punch, and we're just going to stamp that in Evening Evergreen ink. And just stamp that right onto some basic white cardstock. While we have this ink pad out, we might as well also stamp our greeting. And I'm using just basic Merry Christmas for this one. And I'm just going to stamp it along the edge of this white cardstock here. Flip it over so I can see. Then the same Evening Evergreen ink. I'm lining it up just along that edge, and then I will trim it out so it fits that greeting perfectly. So now we're going to do some fussy cutting, and I'm going to cut the pine tree, and I'm going to cut out some snowflakes from the designer series paper. Okay, so that pine tree is done. Then I'm going to take some of these snowflakes and I'm going to fussy cut out 3 different ones, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have fussy cut out all of those images and trimmed down my Merry Christmas. So now we're ready for me to show you how to do this trick to get both of the deer from the designer series paper punched out. So I've got this deer here, which fits the shape of the punch, but then I have this deer, which is the opposite. So let's begin by just punching out the one that fits. So you're going to line it up so that you have a nice border around the whole image, and then once it's lined up, you can punch that out. So now we're going to work on this one here. So my trick is to use some Post-it notes. So these are the Post-it notes that are all connected on one side. And so I'm going to take 2 of them. I'm not separating them from each other, but from the larger block. So now I have 2 Post-it notes that are connected at the top where it is sticky. I'm going to insert it into my punch until my entire deer is covered. And then I'm going to go ahead and punch that out. And then you want to really carefully remove this from the punch. You want to try to keep the paper from coming apart. Okay, so now you have this opening and it's on both sides. Okay, so you see how when we flip it over, it is now going to match up with the reversed image of our deer. So I need to probably trim this deer out from the designer series paper so that it will fit inside the punch. So just do a quick cut around the deer. So this is the way it punched. This is the front, this is the back. So I'm going to actually open this up and slide it into between the two pieces of Post-it note. And I'm going to actually need to trim this down some more right here. Okay. There we go. Okay. So you see how that now on the reverse side, I'm able to line up the punch with the deer. And just kind of rotate it until you have it where you want it. Maybe something like that. Then you're just going to flip it over and place this into your punch. Now, if you're worried about it shifting on you, you can add a little adhesive to your Post-it note. So I'm just going to place a little adhesive there and then line it up again. Okay, so now it's ready for my punch. I did add a little adhesive so my paper is not going to move on me. Just going to place this inside my punch. And again, you want to just be really careful that all those little openings don't get snagged on the punch. Now, I like to use a bright color of Post-it note because you can see where that line is. So what you're looking for is just no Post-it note showing and only your pattern paper. So once that's lined up, you can go ahead and punch. And you've got a perfect reversed punched image. All right, so now that we have all that, we're ready to put our card together. I've got a card base of soft sea foam, and it's actually just a regular size card base, but it's going to be opened vertically. So that just means that it's an 11-inch in length and 4 1/4 inches in width, and then scored at 5 1/2 inches. And I'm going to add this fun designer series paper that is also in that same pack that we just used for the deers. It's been cut to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And that just goes right in the center. Then I'm going to place all of my elements on this beautiful Evening Evergreen Shimmer Vellum. Now, if you haven't seen that already, it's in the annual catalog, and it comes in all 5 of the new in colors. So you have Soft Succulent, Pale Papaya, Fresh Freesia, Polished Pink, and Evening Evergreen. And they have just this really pretty shimmer to them. And so I'm going to use that, and I'm going to layer everything onto that and then put it on my card. So then I've used my Tasteful Label dies and cut out a piece of soft sea foam using this fun label. This is one of my favorite labels. And I'm going to add that to my vellum with some dimensionals. And this just goes on the top half. And you're just going to try to center that right there. Then I've got my strip of Dazzling paper, and it's cut to 4 1/4 inches, and I'm going to use my Pick-a-Punch to make a nice banner. So I'm going to slide that all the way in and cut off each end. And that's going to give me a piece that's about just under 4 inches, I think. And my width here is 1/2 inch. It's getting a little stuck. There we go. Okay. So that's just going to go right in this bottom of my label. It kind of lines up with that corner right there. So it'll look something like that. Then I'm going to add my my fussy cut images. So I've got my tree here, and that's just going to go right off to the right side And I've got my snowflakes, which some of these I'll add once it's on the card, but I'm just going to place those with some glue dots. Where'd the other one go? That one's going to be a little sticky. And then I've got my deer. So this one's on top with dimensionals, and this one is near the bottom, and it's just straight on. So I could use glue dots or my Stampin' Seal, and they both have a little bit of an angle to them. So this one kind of goes up, and this one kind of goes down a little bit. And that goes right over the tree. And then I've got my Merry Christmas, which I've cut out. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive. And then I have 10 inches of that silver trim. I just love this so much. I love it. It comes in gold and silver. And I'm just going to add that over that adhesive and then wrap it back and forth. So then I'm just going to kind of create that faux bow look that we love so much, and then take a pair of paper snips and just trim the ends. And then you can add a dimensional over that to hold it all together, and then one on the other side. And if this is a little small for those regular size dimensionals, which it might be, you can cut these in half. Let's see if I can pull that off without ruining it. Well, okay, we'll try it this way. It kind of gets a little sticky when it doesn't have that paper coating on it. So you can cut them in half and then add them so they're not going to show. Might have to take this one off too. Okay. Okay, so then you're just going to add your Christmas greetings right above the bedazzling paper and between your deer, just like that. And then we can add this to our card now that we know where to place your adhesive. Adhesive will show through vellum, so you want to make sure that it's hiding behind your other elements. So go ahead and place that. This vellum piece, by the way, is 3 inches by 4 inches. So next we're going to use just some small dots of glue, and we're going to add some sequins. So I've got 3 here, a couple over here, and another 3 down here. And the sequins I'm using are the subtle shimmer sequins. And what I like to do is just take a little bit and put them in the lid, and then I'm going to use my pickup tool to place them on my card. And the ones I'm using for this card are the silver ones. So I'm just going to place those. You can take this part off, and then it makes it easier to kind of lay them. So you're going to use that to kind of press them into the glue. So that card is now all done. So before I say goodbye, I want to just show you a couple other cards that I've created using the Peaceful Prints Designer Series paper, along with the coordinating Peaceful Deer and Deer Builder punch. So this card's really fun. It also uses some of the snowy white velvet sheets. And I just cut a circle from it and stamped some cute snowflakes on it. And then to get this little kind of a freckling on the back of the deer, I just used a chalk marker for that. And then this one is really cute. This one says, wishing you a wonderful year and friendships dear. And so I just thought it was really nice to have all 3 images of the different animals from that stamp set. And then I've heat embossed some white embossing powder on the green Designer Series paper to kind of give it a nice wintry feel. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this beautiful card today using some of the free celebration items available in August and September of 2021. If you're interested in seeing close-up images or written instructions for this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsea.com. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.